Welcome to the Ben Daniel podcast where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Angel Reese, a huge factor in the 2025 WNBA free agency. Free agents are lining up down the street, knocking at the door, ready to play with the greatest rebounder in the history of the WNBA. Players are watching the Chicago Sky and saying, man, I want to play with that person. When I go up and my shot gets blocked, I want that person to get my rebound. When I go up for a layup and I brick it, I want that person to get my rebound. When I pull up for a three, pull up, brick, I want that person to get my rebound. Hey, when I'm over there sitting outside the three-point line, hey, kick it out to me, getting ready for my wide open shot on a kick out. There's only one person in the league that I want to look me in my eyes, acknowledge how wide open I am, and say, you know what? And throw it up and brick a layup within 5 feet instead. And that is Angel Reese. Folks, the Chicago Sky. Who wants to come to Chicago in free agency? Who wants to practice in a YMCA gym? Who wants to practice at your local Boys and Girls Club? Who wants to eat meals at your local high school cafeteria? Chicago Sky needs to offer free agents bags and bags and bags of money for them to come to Chicago, as this is an organization that just doesn't really have much to offer. They don't really have much to offer. Jewel Lloyd has family in Chicago. Oh, Jewel Lloyd can't wait to get back to Chicago. I got family over there. She's calling up Noelle Quinn. She's calling up the Seattle Storm front office. Get me home. Get me home. But is she? Jewel Lloyd not expected to land with the Chicago Sky, wants to play for the Aces instead. Chicago's top target at point guard is Courtney Vandersloot. Not a bad fit for a point guard. Not a bad fit. They're losing Lindsey Allen. They refuse to sign Kennedy Carter. Courtney Vandersloot on the tail end of her career. The real point guard, not the point fraud that's in Las Vegas. She's actually the point guard. Courtney Vandersloot won a championship with Chicago, won a championship with the Liberty. So a reunion in Chicago is on the horizons. Okay. But another name, on Tuesday, Chicago Sky general manager and new coach Tyler Marsh met with Vandersloot in Miami. They also met with Sun guard Dejanay Carrington, who is a restricted free agent. They met with Dejanay Carrington. So Jewel Lloyd not coming to Chicago. First things first, Jewel Lloyd, one, doesn't want to go to Chicago. They don't have any amenities. They don't have any things that players will look at and be like, you know what? That's an environment I want to be around. Oh, they have facilities in place. I want to be. They have what? That's what I want to be there. Chicago doesn't have that. Number one. Number two, they don't even have anybody on the team that Seattle looks at like, oh yeah, we can take her, and her in a trade. They don't even got that. All they have is their pick in the draft. That may or may not be Olivia Miles. That may or may not be Kiki Iriafin. That may or may not be Paige. Chicago's got nothing to offer anybody for anything. So how would they go about trading for Jewel Lloyd? Who knows? How are they going to go about trading for Dejanay Carrington? Who knows? But that's more realistic than going out and getting. Wait a second. So Dejanay Carrington, a player that spends a lot of their time on Twitter, a player that spends a lot of their time on things outside of basketball. That player isn't an issue for the locker room, but Kennedy Carter is. Dejanay Carrington, someone who is a dirty basketball player, someone who has committed multiple flagrant fouls. That's somebody who can come into the locker room, but Kennedy Carter can't. Folks, going from Kennedy Carter to Dejanay Carrington, Chicago Sky, why should we take you serious? Why should we take the Chicago Sky serious? In fact, let's hear what the Chicago Sky beat writer Annie Kossable has to say about the Chicago Sky.
Like Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, too, have brought relevance to this team that they've desperately needed in a time when, again, if not for them, they'd be completely irrelevant because of the product that they're putting on the floor.
And also make Chicago an attractive spot when you have Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso right there, two bigs that really shined in their rookie season. So WNBA free agency is officially underway, Annie. So when you see these names and the options that the Sky have, what do you think that they're cooking up?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because Angel and Camila are very interesting pieces. And when you're talking about, getting the right players in here, there is intrigue when you have young core pieces like that, because you could be part of developing them and developing towards a title contending season. But the reality is the Sky are still very far from that. And so this year, the focus really has to be on getting players in who are going to bridge that gap between this season and next. Like Angel Reese.
They got nothing. They got nada. And let's just take a quick look at these top pieces that the Chicago Sky have to work with. Best and worst field goal percentage on layups, folks. 6'2 to 6'4, the worst. Isabel Harrison, who was on the Chicago Sky last year. Angel Reese, who was on the Chicago Sky last year. 6'5 or taller. Camila Cardoso, who was on the Chicago. Camila, I'm sorry to send some strays your way. I didn't mean it. Don't shoot me. I'm just the messenger. We're talking about the pieces of the worst finishers in the league. The worst finishers in the league. From 5 feet within. The worst field goal percentage on layups in the league. The worst in the league, folks. Yeah, go out, get Dejanay Carrington, get Courtney Vandersloot. So Courtney Vandersloot, perfect pass to Angel Reese, brick. Oh, beautiful, over the pass, feeding Camila in the post, brick. Oh, there she is, finding a cutting Diamond DeShields, brick. Oh, there she is. Oh, wow, wide open pass to Dejanay Carrington, wide open three in the corner, brick. Chicago Sky, you make my life easy. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel. I will so greatly appreciate it. As always, take it easy.